Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another reading. I am here with Mega, our saucy beaver, and her little baby. We're just hanging out here. Happy Victoria Day to those of you who are here in Canada. I wanted to come on, guys, and share an update. I'm hearing the Masculine Collective wanting to share some messages, so I'm just going to dive right into this video, okay? Because it's coming from the Masculine Collective, and what I feel like the message is saying, I'm just going to say it the way I heard it, is like, am I ready to grow up? Like, am I ready to become a different version of myself? Am I ready to close off the old chapter and enter a new chapter of my life? Okay, so there's a sense of just having to mature. Okay, we have release and surrender and purge. I feel like this speaks of the old version of themselves, you know, releasing who it is they were. And it could all be in the name of this divine feminine, whoever you are. Your name is coming up a lot. I feel like there are many people who have your name in their mouth because they're noticing a great change. They could be noticing a lot of your divine masculines are actually releasing, surrendering, and wrapping up certain parts of their life. The surrender portion of it, I feel it has to do with like it's tough, okay? And that's why the surrender part comes in, because I feel like a lot of your masculines are like, damn, like it is what it is. Like whatever the fuck happens, happens, you know? And sorry guys, I don't mean to curse. It's just, it's kind of this last straw type of thing. And many of your masculines too are experiencing a lot of magician energy, a lot of really good energy around them as well. And they're learning how to use that energy responsibly, okay? And it has a lot to do with bonding with the divine feminine. That a lot of these changes are coming about. Many of your masculines are feeling like they can be more of themselves with you too. Before I get to this card, I just want to know what they feel in their heart. Okay, so this could be the one and calling in your soulmate. Okay, so I feel that a lot of your masculines, like it has something to do with maybe like your influence or just the way their soul feels around you. It just feels very natural. It feels organic. It kind of feels like, you know, very like playful, you know, two people being silly. It just, the chemistry comes naturally. And that's why I feel that, you know, releasing and surrendering and purging is a big thing. A lot of your masculines, they may get really nervous too when they're around you. I feel too with the soulmate card, it's like your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations bring you closer together. I think that a lot of your masculines too could be in like a lot of amazement over how they feel around you. It's creating this, I don't want to say childish, but it's like, you know, when you can't help but giggle or smile or just feel really like playful or silly, that's what they're feeling. And I think that that is pushing this release and surrender, because it's like they know the next chapter is coming, but it's not in a bad way. It's like whatever happens, happens type of thing, you know? Okay, so we have reflection and projections. Yeah, they are, I feel like they're tired of living life for other people, okay? And that's where the projection comes in. It's like the way they've been perceiving this whole journey is a projection of everybody else's idea of what this all means. Many of your masculines are learning to discern, and I feel like their spiritual independence they're taking control of. It's like their belief systems, whatever they're starting to feel, what they can see, what they can sense energetically, that's what they're letting them, that's what they're letting lead them at this time. Okay, and it feels really good for them. If they could say one thing to you, what would they say, Divine Feminine? Okay, I bury myself in work to forget you. This is part of the purging as well. It can get very heavy too for a lot of your masculines, because it's not only dealing with the ascension and the feeling of this connection, but sometimes blocking it out is part of this journey too. Those are the times that they may separate or they may ghost from you. I feel too like a lot of your masculines may be going through a lot of heavy stuff, but they don't let you know that. They try their best to make everything seem like it is okay, but the work the work doesn't only have to mean like a job or a career. I bury myself in work. Like it could be spiritual work as well, is what I'm hearing for a lot of your masculines, okay? Especially because we have surrender, we have purging, we have reflection, getting to know themselves, creating healthy boundaries, learning to say no, learning to value themselves more, and seeing themselves as valuable, as lovable. They haven't felt this in a really long time. And it's only after being with you or spending time with you that they're starting to recognize this. So a lot of your masculines are kind of smack in the middle of a lot of their karmic shit that's going on right now, but they're not going to let you know that. I feel like they're trying to put up like this face that everything is okay, and it could be part of like protecting you as well. They want to let you know they're just as strong as you were going through these tower moments, Divine Feminine. Okay, so you're speaking to them through music a lot. They want you, and you and I were too young. Yeah, I think this card came out already, but these could be things that they're reflecting on, okay? Because we had the reflections card come out. Yeah, here it is. You and I were too young could be coming out in music as well. You guys could be hearing music repeating from when you were also young. And I feel like a lot of you, when you were younger, music spoke to you, okay? You always had these like songs in mind that you would feel attracted to. Even as like a young person, you may not have had the life experience to relate to a lot of the lyrics, but for some reason, you like the song. I feel like for a lot of you, those old songs from when you were a lot younger are playing now, and it's starting to make sense about your twin flame journey. So pay attention to that stuff, guys. Like if you used to jam out to songs in like high school and stuff, and now all of a sudden they're coming back and it feels like your counterpart is speaking to you, that could be like, definitely a big synchronicity, okay? And you guys will know exactly what I mean when I say the songs just kind of come back and you're like, damn, I used to love this song, but it has a different meaning when you listen to it now. All right, let's go ahead and get one more message here from what the masculines are going through. What do they wish to reveal about just, wanting to mature? Am I ready to grow up type of thing? What else are they going through in their 3D lives? This is life in the physical that they want to talk about, they want to reveal. Okay, so we have control tactics. Okay, this could be something that they are, they're trying to overcome. This could be as well, like they want you to know that you're in control as well, Divine Feminine. This could be something about the Divine Feminine figuring out that the tactics that this masculine uses to keep control in the connection. And maybe you are, honestly, it's so weird, but it's like I see it as sparring, the Divine Feminine has learned the masculine's technique or tactics, and it's like you guys either block it or you cancel it, and I feel like a lot of that is what's helping them to purge as well. This card, although it's kind of crude, I don't really like the image of her stepping on his face like that, just because I don't know, I think it sends an imbalanced message. But I think the point of the image, or why it's so provocative, is because, a lot of your masculines want you to know that they're very well aware that the reason they have to purge and surrender is because, you're somewhat in control. There's been some kind of energetic exchange between you two. That it's like the tables have turned. It's like you're fully in control, Divine Feminine. You like, I'm sensing like pure energy coming from you, sacred energy coming from you. You're not what your Divine Masculine thought. That's coming through very clearly. You're full of grace, you're full of respect, you're full of integrity. This could also be what's pushing them to purge and reflect and take a good look at themselves as well. But I feel like the reason it's, again, so provocative is like that's the only way they really know how to get the point across to you, is that you really are in control because you've been able to kind of figure them out, as well as pull back, distance yourself. Because, they're definitely doing a lot of reflecting. Some of them could be pulling you in as well. But I feel like many of you want them to come to these realizations on their own. What's the advice from the romance angels for you, Divine Feminine? Okay, so we have attraction. This card says to me, keep doing what you're doing, in the form of just stopping to smell the roses, take care of yourself, continue to honor yourself and respect yourself, Continue to create healthy distance and space for the things that don't resonate with you. Continue to stand up for yourself and honor what it is you want. I feel too like when it comes to, at the top of the deck, we have soulmate coming out again. So you guys have soulmate coming out twice, okay? So this very deep bond between two people, you and your counterpart. Yeah, see, we have soulmate twice there. It says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So keep doing whatever it is you're doing that's helping this masculine to reflect, and most likely do a lot of reflecting on their own as well, while, you know, you could again potentially be creating space by doing different things with your time, Divine Feminine. Many of you in the collective have experienced this shift. I think probably like all of last year is when the majority of the Divine Feminines went through that shift of really separating yourself from the chaser energy and healing and correcting those types of behaviors and patterns within yourself. So I feel like in order for many of your masculines to kind of get through this, many feminines just keep doing what you're doing. And the reason I feel like this reminder is coming out is most likely because, you know, tower moments are upon us. Okay, but stay protected. You don't have to get caught up in the tower moments with what's happening with your masculine in the physical. And then the attraction card helps us to stay connected to self-care techniques. Because a lot of you feel it, right? When your counterpart is going through a lot of change. You feel it energetically, and it's like you have to... I'm hearing for many of you, you have to like sleep more. You have to like either work out or exercise or do something to kind of offset the energy, because a lot of you will start experiencing anxiety. Your person will try to protect you, and they'll either ghost you, they'll try to keep their distance, they stay away. But energetically, like twin flames just know when each other is going through different things. Like some of you in the collective, if you're in the feminine energy, a lot of you will just know when it's time to start like saying like your protection prayers and to start like, you know, protecting your space, saging your home. It's like you guys can feel energetically something is brewing. And usually you can tell it's not you, because you'll kind of have your checklist of everything going on in your own life. And you're like, no, it's definitely not me, but I still know I need to protect my space and I need to keep my energy clear. So that way, yeah, you guys can cope. Like the reason I feel like a lot of this is happening is because, yeah, like it can't be stopped. A lot of you are connecting and bonding in deeper ways, and it's doing, you know, something very magical for the both of you who are involved in this twin flame connection. And what's happening is like you're spreading a lot of new seeds to the people around you, and then they're spreading those seeds. Many of you through your own twin flame journeys, you're changing things up. You're helping the planet do things that once seemed taboo in like a more conscious way, right? Like many of us are going through divorces, we're going through separation, we are having to, you know, open ourselves up to living in a way that, again, it is very taboo, and many people may judge it from the outside. But what you guys are actually doing is like paving the way to approach life situations in a more grounded way. And also like there's this sense of protecting the family unit, and that's why I feel like divine masculine and feminine comes together. It is because we are, you know, genuinely here to try to help heal ourselves, so that way whatever experience we're going through, whatever chaos it's caused, it's going to be released and surrendered and purged, so that way we start doing things in a more conscious way, divorcing in a more conscious way, co-parenting in a more conscious way, right? It doesn't always have to be divorce as toxic. Sometimes divorce is necessary to help reshape and rebuild relationships in order to, again, protect the nuclear family. And that's been a really strong message that I've been getting, is like, you know, protecting the sense of family so that we protect our children at all costs too. Like a lot of your masculines are having like these deep realizations. They're starting to see that, like, you know, the reason many of you came into their lives and started triggering them to kind of clean up shop is because, yeah, they do feel like a sense of responsibility with just certain things that they're doing. Like they're feeling more accountable and helpful and grateful for the people around them too. And that in itself is a huge energy shift for the masculine collective in general. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this reading, guys. Let's go ahead and see the outcome of this energy. Okay, so we have the Nine of Spring, or the Nine of Wands. Protect the fruits of your labors. This is exactly what I was talking about protecting, you know, our family and our loved ones. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. That's those tower moments. And again, guys, like many of you will feel it. It's not that you need to start saging or protecting yourself. It's a reminder that you will know when the time is right. You'll get the signs, you'll feel the hibby-jibbies, and you guys will know exactly what to do. And don't be afraid, because that's actually one of the other ways that you know that you and your twin flame are connected, regardless of like a physical contact and keeping in touch and knowing what each other's up to. It's like, you don't need that shit. You can energetically feel one another. That's why telepathy is such a big thing on this journey, because you don't actually have to reach out to your twin flame in the physical, like text them, email them. Like, all you have to do is talk to them energetically, write them a letter, and then shred the letter. The point is you express, and when you express, you know, heart-to-heart communication doesn't need, you know, physical, like phones and like emails and all of that stuff, right? Like when you have a twin flame, you just talk to them in your mind and they receive your telepathy through dreams, music. I think the music card came out too, right? You speak to me through music. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys are gonna definitely be feeling each other a lot more deeply, I feel, for the rest of this month and well into the next month as well. But yeah, I feel like a lot of beautiful changes are coming. We also have environmental oh, sorry, my voice started to crack there. We also have environmental conservation. I feel like a lot of masculine energy and anything that's been coming up with environmental conservation, like even, you know, aside from this card, there's been this deep message about like responsibility. And that's why I feel like I started off the reading at, like, from the masculines being like, am I ready to grow up? Because I feel like this card, like, it starts off with the feminine energy, and then that grows into them wanting to mature and get into the sense of like protecting. And it's not only like, you know, the divine feminine that they feel this for, or that's making them want to rise to the occasion, but it's just all feminine energy around them, period, you know, including the earth. So, yeah, a lot of beautiful shifts happening for the divine masculines. And it's just happening so beautiful and organically just by them getting to know the divine feminine, drop a lot of their walls. I feel like this is also a reading that is going to, like, if it resonates with you, you guys can expect a lot of positive and beautiful and heartfelt communication that's coming through between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, whoever's who in the connection. Just know that the communication, it's going to be a lot more like heartfelt, wholesome, things that you two have been dying to express to one another, and express yourselves in a certain way that it's going to trigger like purpose. It's like, it's like, damn, I love this person because of who they make me want to be and what they make me want to do. Okay. It's like, it's an out of this world type of love that you guys will be experiencing and growing. All right. So I don't know who this is for, but what a beautiful reading. I love you guys, and me and the saucy beaver we will catch you guys in the next reading. Okay. All right. Bye guys.